Just take a moment to lie in Shavasana. Just kind of making yourself at home in your body. See who's here, what's here, how you're showing up today. And there's no rush to discover all of that. Let there be an unfolding that happens from here with each breath. Sort of inviting yourself back home into your body. So if you've been traveling, or if you've been ill, or if you've been through a big shift in your life, take a breath. Welcome yourself back. And what does it feel like to arrive into your body? What is your body saying to you? And this can also include your energetic body, your spiritual body. What feels tense and tight? What can you shift right now? Maybe with a breath or a little mindset shift or a movement. Let's take a little wiggle for the hips and tail. And just wagging the tail while you're on the ground, and see how that affects the rest of you. A little shake up through your spine, perhaps. Maybe some movement into your legs. And let's reach the arms overhead for a big yawning stretch, reaching fingertips in one direction, heels in the other, lengthening out through the calves and the Achilles, and opening the soles of the feet and the palms of the hands. And then we'll point the toes and go ahead and draw your fingertips in towards your inner wrists, just to mirror that for your hands and your arms. You might feel a nice stretch on the backs of your wrists or the tops of your ankles, an energy through the toes. And go ahead and pull your hands into loose fists, and imagine pulling your feet into a fist as well, working the toes a little bit, and then release that. And we'll just circle out the wrists and the ankles. You can move your arms out from above your head. Mine are kind of rising to the sky. And as you circle your ankles, notice how that moves you the rest of your body. Circle your wrists in the other direction and your ankles as well. Sweeping through all those movements. Oh, maybe you've got some cracks and little sounds like I do. And then just take your hands behind your head and sweep your chin towards your chest for a little stretch for the back of the neck. And then meet me by hugging the knees into the chest and the elbows working their way toward those knees. The knees working your way toward your elbows is a nice scrunched up shape, a little ball of you. Big breath in here. And then exhale, hug the arms around the legs and drop the head down gently to the ground. And just take a little moment to rock side to side, hugging those knees in. Nice work for the low back and the hips. And let's swing those knees over to the left for a twist. Right arm reaches out to the right. And your biggest breath yet. Squeezing the belly in on exhale. Turn your gaze towards your open right palm. Another big swooping breath into the body. Inhale and exhale, squeeze the belly in. And one last inhale. Open up those lungs and exhale, squeeze the belly in. And take it on over to the other side, knees to the right. Left arm opens out wide. And right hand can guide those legs down as you turn your head and your awareness, your eyes to the open left palm. And now find those 3 full, deep, satisfying, conscious breaths. Bigger, fuller breaths than before. Squeezing the belly in on exhale. And one more breath. Let your gaze go further toward that open palm. Finding your way to center and feet to the ground, and just let your knees windshield wiper side to side, opening those hips, backs, outer hips and inner thighs as well. Hugging the knees in and finding your happy baby, taking either the soles of the feet or the creases of the knees, or maybe you even wrap your fingers around your big toes to drop those knees down to either side of your torso. And let's rock again. And then start to straighten one leg and then the other, and you'll get this nice full stretch for the legs, opening up the knees, opening up a bit the backs of the legs, the inseams of the legs. You'll get both. And then if it feels okay for you, hands to those inner thighs, guide those legs open wide. Imagine kicking the elevator doors open, really straightening the legs as best you can. Lift your head off the mat, and now reach your arms through this wide-legged split and pulse up for 10, reaching 9, 8, 7, lift 6, legs are strong, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, legs to the sky, head falls back for now. Let's actually for now just find our strap so that it's handy. Let's wrap the strap around the balls of each foot. Feet are together and hands are to either strap, either side of the strap. And just take a moment to feel into the backs of your legs, drawing those toes beyond your head, imagining you could touch your toes back behind you, but you're not, because you're keeping your spine long on the mat. And just breathe here. Welcoming yourself back to your body, to this body, to right now. Bigger, fuller breaths. One more. And really pull those feet in, those legs in. And then we're gonna hug the knees into the chest again and rock and roll up the length of your spine. Take your time, keep your chin tucked into your chest. Take one more and meet me in tabletop. And we'll just straighten one leg and then the other, just to open the back of the calf. Let your head look back, your eyes look back at each straightened leg. Just take a few of these, just getting the legs moving. And then meet me in tabletop and find your cats and cows. So inhale, lift, chin, chest, eyes, and tail. And exhale, round it out. Drop your head, drop your tail, and really round the back and squeeze the belly and open the backs of the shoulders. And we'll just move with this in your own pacing, in your own way. You might choose to do something more funky, more fluid, more improvisational, but the idea is to open up the spine, this river of energy that is so important in every aspect of our body and our being. A few more rounds, in and out. And one more. Coming to neutral on your next exhale. Lengthening the right leg out, coming on the ball of the right foot. Reach that right heel back. And then walk that right foot over to the left. So it might come to the outside of the mat. And then you're going to reach your right arm over to the left, and you're going to get this incredible stretch for your right side. The waist, the rib spaces, the outer hip. Take a big breath into this. Inhale. And then exhale, elbow toward knee. You're going to crunch it up. And then inhale, reach out again, arm and leg to the left. Right arm and leg. And exhale, elbow toward knee. We're mobilizing. 2 more. Inhale, reach and open, stretch. Exhale, soften and engage. And last one, reach. And elbow toward knee. And see if you can land that right foot to the back of the mat so that your right foot comes to the ground. Your right arch is in line with the left foot. And then you're going to reach your right arm over your right ear and stretch. And circle out that right arm. Big wide windmill circles. Say hello to your chest and your upper body. Circle that right arm in the other direction, winding some energy into the lungs and the breath. Reach the right arm long. Lift the right leg off the mat if it's there for you. Take one breath, just getting super long. Imagine karate kicking that right leg into space. Just one breath here. Inhale. And then exhale back to all fours and some cats and cows once again. If you need to shake off a wrist or anything, all is welcome, but just move the body. Move the breath. Come back home to yourself. Last two breath rounds are your invention. Spirals, swirls, something different. And come to neutral. Feel yourself here. Lengthen your left foot out, your left leg out. You're called the ball of that left foot. And just take a stretch for the back of the left leg. And then walk that left foot over to the right side of your mat. And left arm reaches over to the right as well. So big side stretch. Feel into what's here for you. Open ribs, open waist, open outer hip. Inhale. Exhale, elbow toward knee. Soften and engage. Inhale, reach. It should make it easier as you stretch and then exhale, soften and engage. Two more. Reach it to the right. Exhale, elbow toward knee. And last one, reach it. Inhale. Exhale, elbow toward knee. We're going to place that left foot down in line with the right and reach the left arm over the left ear for big left side body stretch. Finally, opening up the upper body a little bit with the arm circle. Opening your breath, opening your chest. When you're ready, circling in the other direction. Working the joints, working your energy body. Left arm reaches over left ear and left leg floats into space and really kick out through that left heel. Opening the left side, 1, 2 breaths. And come on back to all fours. Give a little shake out for each wrist and curl your toes under and rise your way up. Meet me in downward dog when you feel ready. Palms spread, soles of feet spread. Sitting bones rising toward the sky as the head bows. And let's take a nod yes for that head. And just notice your yeses today. What are you saying yes to? Maybe it's just saying yes to yourself. And then shake out the head no and notice what your no's are for right now, for these days, for maybe for today. All the while opening up the shoulders and the hips and the backs of the legs. Let's go ahead and walk the feet together and engage the kneecaps to open up the backs of the legs. Palms press forward, shoulder blades draw down the back. Legs are super strong, and we're going to rise the right leg up to the sky. Pull back through each heel, press forward through each palm. Lift the right leg a little bit higher, bend the right knee, and roll your hip open. Pressing right foot toward left shoulder, and go ahead, circle out that right knee. Again, mobilizing the hip. So good. Circling in the other direction as you are ready. Launch that right leg back up to the sky, squaring out the hips. And let's step the right foot forward, dip down onto the left knee, and turn your right toes out to about 2 o'clock. Check for gum under the sole of that right foot, and just sway a little bit side to side through your hips. Hello, hips. Keep the chest lifted if that's okay for you. And this is all improvisational, so if there's a way you find your body moving, follow it, go with it, say yes and to your movements, making sure they feel good and positive. And then we're going to turn those right toes back to face forward and sink back onto the back heel, lengthening out the right leg, bowing over the front leg. If you want to use your strap for this, you're welcome. You want that right leg nice and long. There can be a micro bend in the knee, but you want a sense of stretching the back of the right leg and a sense of your spine really lengthening in especially forward and back directions over that right leg. Lengthening your spine. You might also feel into widening or deepening your awareness of your torso, of your spine. Take 2 more breaths wherever you are. See if you can surrender a little further. And then we're going to fly our way into standing split, launching the left leg up into space, grounding through the right leg. Feel yourself flying toward the sky with the left leg and grounding toward the ground with the crown of your head. Big hamstring stretch here. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale, step that left foot back, pyramid pose, bowing over the front leg, lifting the right toes off the ground, placing a block under the ball of your right foot and bowing out your head. Very similar work to what we've been doing, just a slightly different shape. Outer right hip draws back, outer left hip steers gently forward, belly draws in. For 3, 2, 1 more breath. Let's step back strong to high plank and lower down halfway. Press back up to high plank, inhale. Exhale, lower down halfway, be strong. Inhale, press back up to high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down this time. Find your way into a Sphinx pose, forearms to the ground, legs are long and strong. Elbows draw back, chest lifts up, palms press into the ground, and lift your elbows off the ground. Lift a little bit higher, arching that back, looking up with your gaze and your chin. Back bend, inhale, legs are strong. Exhale, come on down. Interlace your hands behind you, lift your legs and lift your chest for 3, 2, squeeze those shoulder blades together, lift your arms, 1 more breath, inhale. Exhale, come on down. Press on up once again, high plank, inhale. And exhale, draw back, downward facing dog. Hips lift high. Palms press forward. Shoulder blades draw down the back, and the inner elbows roll forward as the inner thighs roll back. Nod your head yes. What are your yeses today? And shake it out no. And notice your nose. Walk your feet together and lift your left leg up to the sky and bend that left knee and roll your hip open. And circle out that left knee, working through the hips. Let there be pleasure in your practice. Circle in the other direction. Radical acts of pleasure. Important. Let's step the left foot forward and dip down gently onto the right knee and open your left toes out to about 10 o'clock. Come up on the knife edge of that foot, checking for gum under the sole of the foot once again. And just these little movements. They could be big, they could be little. This is for you and your body and whatever you're noticing about it all. Whatever needs attention. We're coming home to the body. So here we are. Oh, how's your jaw doing? Turn your left toes forward and sink back onto that right heel, lengthening out the left leg, bowing over the length of that leg, getting long through the torso, long through your spine. Feel free to use the strap around the foot if that's supportive and helpful. Surrender into the lengthening, into the pose. Two more breaths. Flying our way into standing split, launching your right leg high, bowing your head low, moving skyward and earthward in unexpected ways for 3, 2, 1 more breath, inhale. Step back strong, straight into pyramid pose, Lift the 5 toes of the left foot off the mat so you've got a block under the ball of the foot. Little extra something for the leg, for the calf, for the back of the knee, for the back of the spine. Shake that head out. All is connected. One more breath. Let's go ahead and step it back strong. High plank. Lower halfway down, exhale. Inhale, press up, high plank. Exhale, halfway down. Press up, high plank. Lower halfway down, and this time flow into your upward dog. Inhale. See if you can get your thighs off the mat and lift your chest. And exhale, let's press it back downward, facing dog. Big breath in. Smooth breath out. Bend your knees, look forward, spring, step, or float to the top of your mat. Reach on out to flat back inhale, and let's bow it in to a ragdoll pose. Take opposite hand to opposite elbow, and just surrender into the process of this beautiful forward bend, returning to self. Generally, our forward bends are a way of gazing inward. So just feel how this kind of softens you to inward attention. Surrendering every breath of the way. Making the pose your own, just a couple more breaths. Encouragement to take the hands to the back of the head or hair and give a tug, give a pull. Comb your fingers through your hair if you've got hair. Massage your jaw and the skin on your face, your shoulders and your neck. And release those arms to the ground. Just let everything melt into the ground and bend your knees and roll your way one vertebra at a time up to standing. At the top, take a nice circle for the shoulders and the elbows and maybe some nice backstrokes with the hands and arms. Let's meet with the hands clasped behind the back. Drop the tailbone and heels. Lift the thighs and chest. Open the chest and squeeze shoulder blades together. Look up with your eyes. Reach the arms to the sky now and walk your fingertips along the sky. Big breath in. And exhale, let's swan dive forward and down. You might need to bend your knees to get there. Bowing. Inhale, lift and lengthen, flat back, reach it out long. Exhale, step or jump it, high plank to low push-up. Inhale, up dog, lift the heart. Exhale, down dog, pull it on back. Inhale, right leg high to the sky, big breath in. And let's step it forward to warrior one. Right foot steps, left foot spins flat, rise your way on up. Interlace your hands behind you, lift your chest, and bending into your right knee a little deeper. Bow your head for burying your head in the sand, ostrich pose. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, reach the arms up toward the sky and bow your head deeply. Back leg is the anchor, is strong. Take another breath, inhale. Hands down, walk your way to the back of your mat, Skandasana. Left knee bends, right leg straightens, stretching out the hips and the backs of the legs. Hands could stay on the ground, come to the heart, or open wide to hug the world. Just take a moment to feel the body. Feel your experience here. And then hands to the side of your mat, walking your way into a forward fold, legs wide. So toes in, heels out. You're facing the side of your mat. You might be in a flat back, or you may have already bowed your head down. It doesn't matter. Find the position for your arms and hands that feels right for you. If you want to add a little more shoulder, chest work, reach the arms up and overhead. Come back to the breath. Come back to the home in your body. Maybe the hips sway a little bit side to side. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, walk your way around to the top of the mat. Step your left foot in a few inches. So you're in that pyramid shape. Left hand to a block, right hand to the right thigh hip crease, and the right thumb pulls that outer right hip back. And then right hand comes to the sacrum at the back of at the base of the spine. Spin your heart toward the inner right thigh. Pull back through your hips, reach through the chest and crown of head, launch your left arm to the sky, big breath in. And exhale, let's unfurl and step it back strong, high plank. Chaturanga, low push-up. Move it through upward dog. Really open your energy with this. Exhale, down dog. Energy flow. Left leg flows to the sky. Big breath in. And let's step it into warrior one. Left foot steps. Right foot spins flat. Rise your way on up. Take a moment to land the pose. Interlace your hands, switching the clasp. Drop your shoulders, lift your chest, breath in. Exhale, bending into that left knee, bowing your head. Skandasana, head bows, arms rise. Take your time. It's a little bit of a balance pose, hey? Reach those arms skyward, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Really nice, strong left leg. One more breath. Hands come down. We're going to walk it back so the right knee bends and the left leg extends. Skandasana. Choose your pose. Feel the one that feels best. You can change it around. Opening that left leg really strong, really great. One more breath. Hands to the side of the mat. Walk your way into a wide-legged standing pose, halfway up with a flat back, and then bow down, toes in, heels are out, head is down to or toward the ground, maybe on a block. Legs are just perfect for you, whatever your sacred geometry might be. Head bows, hips rise, sitting bones lift, encouraging an opening for the backs of the legs, beautiful work for the hips. Breath supports it all. One or two more breaths. Work through the whole body. Hands come back down and walk around to the front. Step your right foot in a couple notches, maybe a foot. Right hand stays down. You're in a pyramid pose. Left thumb comes to that hip crease to pull back your outer left hip. Spin toward the inner left thigh with your torso, and then left hand to sacrum, and maybe eventually skyward. Really enjoy, really feel into the legs, into the chest, into the hips, into your breath, this very moment. One more inhale. And let's unfurl and just simply step the right foot to meet the left. Reach it out flat back and exhale, fold, bow. Nice held forward bend just for 3 breaths. Coming to present moment. Shake out your head. Inhale, lift and lengthen, flat back, reach out long. Hands to the hips and rise, rise, rise to standing. Circle the shoulders, the elbows. Let's take some back strokes with the arms. Hands clasp behind, feet press into the earth as the kneecaps lift, as the shoulders drop, as your heart soars up, wide open, like a great winged bird. Arms also reach to the sky and walk your fingertips along the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, let's swan dive forward and down. Let it go. Reach out long, lift and lengthen. Exhale, step it strong, high plank to low push-up. Inhale, up dog, thighs open, chest lifts. Exhale, down dog, press it back. Right leg flows to the sky, big breath in, and let's step this time into warrior two. Right foot steps, left foot spins flat. Open your arms like great wings. Reverse your warrior and straighten out that right leg. Walk your right fingertips along the ceiling. You might wrap your left arm around your back. Inhale. Exhale, swing your way into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Right side body stays super long. Right fingertips reach wide and long into space. And the right hand might land on your shin or your block, possibly your big toe or the floor. And go ahead and spin. Now you might need a micro bend in that right knee. That is absolutely welcome and suggested, especially if you've got a sensation in your knee that's saying, please bend me gently. And then launch your left arm to the sky. And open this beautiful triangle pose, Trikonasana, opening like a sunburst in all directions. Crown of head lengthening, tailbone lengthening, limbs are long and lengthened. Just breathe into yourself in that big wide open way. Take a breath. Left hand to the left hip, bend your right knee. Let's fly into a half moon because we can. So karate kick that left leg into space. And once again, you're a wide open starburst. You might bend your left knee and reach back for your foot. Beautiful stretch for the calf this time. Inhale. And we'll step the left foot to meet the right. Reach on out, flat back, lift and lengthen. Exhale, bow, fold that beautiful forward bend once again. A chance to open the backs of the legs and the back of the whole back body of the spine, the back muscles all along the back of the neck and even the head, the back of the skull, all the way to the forehead tip. Full back line. Hands to hips, press through your feet, rise to standing, reach those arms up, and exhale straight down through the heart, and just take a pause. Returning back to you. We get to do this all on second side, so flow the arms high, inhale. And swan dive down, exhale, let it go. Lift and lengthen, flat back, reach it out long. Exhale, step or jump it, moving through vinyasa, high to low, upward facing. This whole movement is an opportunity to reset your energy. Left leg flows up to the sky, breath in and step. Left foot steps, opening to warrior two. Wings of a great bird here. Reverse your warrior and straighten your left leg. Inhale. Oh, and exhale, hinging your way into Trikonasana, triangle pose. The whole left side gets long. All your limbs get long, including your torso. Turn your heart up to the sun and feel the crown of head lengthening, tailbone lengthening, a wide open channel through your whole body. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy every little bit of who you are and how you are in the world. Right hand comes to the right hip. Left knee bends. We're going to fly into our half moon. Karate kick your right leg into space. Continue to expand into yourself. If you want, you can bend your right knee and reach back for that right foot if that's there for you. Just open, cherry on top moment, breath in. And release that right leg and right foot meets left. Lift and lengthen flat back and exhale, fold, bow. Enjoy. Bending your knees and coming into a squat, toes out, heels in, hands to the heart, elbows to inner thighs, lifting the spine upward and downward. One more breath. Bum comes down, legs come up just for a moment. If you want to take, like we did at the beginning, the strap around the soles of the feet, the balls of the feet, launching the heels to the sky. Toes come beyond forehead, just opening up the whole backline body. Breathing in that. You can use the strap or not, but the strap is quite lovely for 3, 2, and we are going to use the strap in a moment. One more breath. Let's do the strap work now. So find the strap around the ball of the right foot, and the left leg is either extended long on the mat, or the left foot could be to the ground. Launching your right heel to the sky, extending your left heel out long. Drawing your toes toward beyond your forehead. Just imagining this is a beautiful moment to lengthen the back of your right leg, and also the back of your left leg, or even the front of your left leg, if you have that awareness for yourself. The strap comes into the right hand, and you're still drawing your toes toward beyond your forehead. And then you're going to open that right leg out to the right. So you have your right hand holding the strap, the right leg out to the right. Beautiful opening for the inseam of the right leg. Still nice and long for the left leg, or your left foot can be on the mat if that's a better option for you. You can also bend your right knee if you need that. So just listen to your body. Take a breath. Let your head roll side to side for a moment, just relaxing into this shape. 2 more breaths. Bring that right leg back up to the sky and let your left hand take hold of the strap and bring it across the body, across the midline. It might go all the way down to the floor, or it might not. It might just go just past midline. So let your body lead the way once again. And for a moment, take your right palm and the thumb into that right hip and hip crease and just press away so that you get some length around your waist, around your outer hip, around your low back. Really powerful adjustment, self-adjustment for this pose. And then if you feel ready, you can open that right arm out to the right, or you can keep your hand there on your hip and thigh and just explore that exquisiteness. Breathing into this for a couple rounds. Bending your right knee, coming back into center. Hug the knees in for a moment and just rock it out side to side. Very powerful restorative poses here with the strap. So take time. We're going to take it to the other side. So you're going to wrap the strap along the ball of the left leg, and either the right foot comes to the ground or it extends long. And once again, we tend to focus on this left leg, the one that's kind of got the strap and being stretched, but it's very important to stay alive through the whole body. And that right leg, we don't want to lose track. We don't want to let it just hang out and be there. We want it to be engaged as part of the pose. At the same time, so much is happening for this left leg. We're really drawing the toes beyond ourselves, opening the back of the leg. Lots of power there. Taking the strap into the left hand for another moment just to really pull it in. And then as you're ready, open that left leg out to the left. And just really feel into the inner seam of that left leg. There might want to be a micro bend. You could just let your head roll side to side. How can you relax into this experience? Staying alive through the right leg, through the whole body, keeping your awareness alive, and at the same time, just relaxing, letting the channels be open and not stiff. 2 more breaths. Let your body decide what wants to happen. Bringing that left leg back up to center, changing the clasp so the right hand now has the strap, and drawing that left leg over to the right. And a special guest star is that left hand, left thumb. So you're really pressing the whole hip, thigh away from your waistline. You're really getting this moment to open up this flank, this hip, this low back, the waist, with the strength and the intention of your left palm and thumb. And you could stay right there with this, or you can open the left arm out. See what feels best. Really loving ourselves up today. Taking the time we need to reset, to come back to self. Finding our breath again, finding the open channels. One last breath. Come on back to the center. Hug those knees into the chest. Just rock it out a little bit. One more time, we're gonna rock on up. We're gonna work our way into pigeon pose. So if you prefer to do it on your back, find your way back to your back. Otherwise, find your way to down dog. You might go through a whole vinyasa. You might just step back like I did. The right leg is going to launch up and step your right foot to your left wrist. Sink your hips down, lift your chest. If you're on your back, your right ankle crosses over your bent left knee. You know how to do it. If you do it on your back, you know how to do it. And if you're in upright position, you know how to do it too. Lift your chest, let your hips sink in, fold forward, bowing, using any supports you wish. Continuing that energy of rest, of work, of reset. It can all go together. You find the perfect amount of effort. You find the perfect amount of non-effort, of non-doing. We are in a culture right now that really encourages us to do and do and do. So this is counterculture. This is radical. This is what takes us in a different direction of openness. Last few breaths. Two more breaths. Really letting this sink in, letting it happen. One more breath. Let's come on out and swing the left leg forward. Right knee stays bent. Right heel comes toward the pelvis and the right hand comes to the outer left leg and we'll twist. Twisting, twisting, twisting. Left leg is long. Spine is long. Last breath. And go ahead, slide down the length of your left leg, right over that leg. One more chance to lengthen out the spine and the back of the leg and just really enjoy ourselves with these openings for 3, 2, one more breath. Come on up. Before we go to side B, let's just bring the soles of the feet together and the knees wide. A Baddha Konasana, a bound angle pose. The knees open, the spine lifts. And if you want, you can fold forward a little bit, elbows to inner legs, spine nice and long. Rising your way up, hands to outer legs, draw those knees toward one another. And we'll come to the second side for pigeon. So step on back to down dog, or your back lying on your back again. Left leg close to the sky and left foot steps to right wrist. Sink through your hips, lift through your chest. Really take the time to surrender into this experience, to set yourself up for a letting go. To set yourself up for just the right amount of effort. So it's a letting go, it's not a complete collapse. There is integrity, there is intention in your release, in your surrender. There is also relaxation. Letting this happen for you, letting this sort of unfold, noticing the unwinding, clearing the cloudy energy that may have been around you and with you. This is a clearing. 2 more breaths. And we'll rise. The left knee stays bent and the right leg extends long forward. Left heel comes right toward the pelvis. And the left hand comes to the outer right knee. So we twist. We're long. We're available for movement. Available for breath. And we slide down the left leg. Opening the low back, the outer hip, spine nice and long. Surrender to the head. For 3, 2, last breath. Rise, rise, rise your way up. Go ahead and this time lengthen both legs out. Just take a little rub and some taps. Let's tap the inner legs down, and then the outer legs up, and then the outer legs down, tapping, and then the inner legs up, tapping, and then just the tops of the legs tap. And then bend your knees and tap the backs of the legs. And actually, let's try this one. It's a reverse tabletop. Hands come behind us, feet are to the ground. Lift your hips, straighten your arms, and knees are bent, or you can begin to straighten your legs. So not everyone can or wishes to straighten their legs, but you can try it. Lift your hips, whatever you do, lift your belly, press down into the ground with your hands, maybe your feet. Last breath. Your butt comes down and you lie back, and we're going to come into a bridge pose. But before that, just reset, take a moment. Press through your feet now, lift through your hips, and then come into your bridge. And if you prefer for it to be a restorative bridge with a block, you could. But just a nice opening to end our practice. Pressing through the feet, squeezing the glutes, lifting through the hips. This should all feel really nice. We've done a lot of opening of the back, so here's an opportunity to just end by opening the front. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Last breath. Ah, come on down, 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 and do what you need to do to find your way to a final ending, a shavasana. Maybe it's just time to let the body open and spread out. If there are any last minute movements that your body is requesting, is asking for, now's the time. It might be an inversion. It might be another back bend or another opening for the backs of the legs. It is yogi's choice, and it's time to wind the practice down. Beautiful practice. And it's so wonderful to really listen to your own body's wisdom as we find the way to rest, find the way to non-doing. We find the way to just sinking into our true nature, the capital S self. The one that is connected to all things, all beings. There is no separation. So when we lie down on the ground, we just become one with the earth, one with the sky. We become an open channel to do our best work. We live wholeheartedly from here. And of course, we're relaxed and at ease. It's a being state. I will hold the space while you explore that without trying. It's a non-doing space. Enjoy, rest, integrate. Big breath in. And let it all go. And another inhale. And exhale, let it go. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes and let your head roll easy side to side. Relax your jaw, anything to move or stretch or touch, rolling on your side and just connecting, hugging in. Give yourself a nice loving hug and a reminder that you have returned to yourself, feeling what it feels like. It might take more time, but here you are. You've done a whole hour of practice, so I'm guessing there's a little more connection. If there's anything to release or let go of, just drop your forehead down, down, down into the ground and speak it out, sigh it out, and visualize it out. Anything that does not serve you is excess, does not belong, does not serve your higher good. We will rise to seated and draw your hands to your hearts. Breathing into that center place. Again, I can always return to self just with a touch. And maybe a gaze downward. Moment of gratitude for yourself and this practice. Draw your thumbs to your third eye center to lift you, lift you, lift you, lift you. Inhale. And bow to one another once again. Namaste.